Happy July 4th to everyone out there watching this video. Today is a low intensity day. I'm just going to do some bodyweight general strength circuit and then some yoga. And one of the questions I get a lot is what kind of yoga do you do? I do it on my own. I'm not going to go into yoga, but I follow like 5 Parks Yoga on YouTube, and that is 5 Parks Yoga. So if you can see right there, and I kind of have like 3 go-to, and they're just like 20-minute sessions that I use as yoga sessions on my off days or low intensity days, if you will. So today, since there's like a whole lot of workout footage, I want to do a little bit of Q&A, just because like these are like kind of like the 6 most questions I get, well actually 5 most questions I get, and then like the other question is I get every once in a while. But anyway, let's get to it. And so question number 1, how long are your workouts? So my workouts are kind of, I always like to say, 3 phases. For my high intensity sprint days, there's 3 phases. There's the warm up, which is basically an hour. There's a sprint session, which is basically an hour, and then there's a lift, which is the last hour. So it basically runs about 3 hours, sometimes maybe 4, depending on if the session needs like a lot of recovery, which could be the case some days. But my low intensity sessions never stretch more than an hour or an hour and a half. Like I keep those pretty nice and short. Basically what I try to do is keep my low days as low as possible, so my hard days can be as hard as possible, and that's how I kind of like schedule my workouts in that sense. Question number 2, what color spikes will make me faster? Well, I would say go with whatever you're comfortable with. For me, I'm not a flashy guy really. Like I prefer like a clean white or a clean black spike and keep it at that. I don't really, not really about the neon or anything like that. But hey, whatever you think is gonna help, go do it. Question number 3. What is one tip to make me faster? I would say the one tip I would give people is to be fluid. And what I mean by that is to be fluid with your motion, just basically be really smooth, be really nice, open up, your stride and everything. Don't be so tight. Don't be a bundle of tight, short muscles. Really just be smooth, relax, and let it come to you. And I think there's no coincidence why the best sprinters in the world are also the most fluid. You watch them warm up; they're very smooth, relaxed, efficient, and that trickles down to any level. Like I remember in high school seeing the best sprinter in the state when I was a freshman, and I was like, dang, he is so smooth, he's so fluid with his motion. And I think that's at any level, like once you look back at that guy and you're like, wow, he wasn't very fluid with his motion. But I think each time you want to be fluid with your motion, and that'll just make it faster. There's not one thing. I can't sit here and say get your squat up higher and you'll run faster. I can't sit here and say jump higher and you'll run faster. Bottom line is be fluid with your motions. Sprint when you're healthy and you're fully recovered, and basically go from there. So question number 4 is, what keeps you motivated? So for me, what keeps me motivated is simply, I had a series this year called The Art of Passion. I'm passionate about it. I love doing this. I love being in track and field. I love sprinting. I love just everything that it entails, and that is at the heart of my drive, is the passion for the sport. I love everything about it. The smell of the track when you arrive, the sound of the gun, the quieting of the crowd on when they say on your marks. There's just so many things I love about it, and it's just like when I first stepped on the track, there was just a different wave of electricity that just flew through me, and I never experienced that. Like, I always loved basketball, I always loved baseball, I always loved football, and you know, every sport. But the thing is, like, when I stepped on the track, like, there was like a different energy about it. Like, I was able to basically like scream from the top of a mountain and allow myself to be heard, if that makes any sense at all. Like, I was just able to come out of my shell with track. Like, I was able to be who I wanted to be with track. And I think the thing I love about track is you have a individual, right, but you have a whole team around that. But at the core is that individual, and you can just be yourself. Whether if you're loud and I guess like to boast about things, you can be that in track. If you're quiet and humble, you can be that in track. If you can be anything you want in track, and I think that's a beautiful thing about it, is you don't have like this team mantra or this coach trying to change who you are. And that's the one thing I always loved, is track I could just be myself. It helped me open up, and like I was always very shy, and track just it's been my world, and it's opened so many doors for me and allowed me to meet so many people. So the one thing that keeps me motivated is just my passion for the sport. I just love everything about it. Question number 5. How do you get sponsored? This is a video I might have to do down the road, because I get this question more often than any other question. And basically, you get sponsored. 1, be good at whatever you're trying to do, right? If you're bodybuilding, be good at bodybuilding. If you're running track, be good at track. Well, if you're powerlifting, be good at powerlifting. If you're a fitness personality, be good at fitness personality. Basically be good at what you're good at, right? Don't lose sight of that passion that got you started. And then branching off from that, know your brand. Like, know who you are as not only an athlete, but as a person. For me, my brand is being like this insanely obsessive and dedicated guy that has no fear. That's always kind of been my brand. Like, I put off different things so I could chase this, and it was basically like, why do something else when I can go after this? And that's kind of where the no fear comes into play. And I'm so obsessive and so detailed about it that when I'm talking, when I'm not training or not planning training, not planning meets, I'm thinking about that next move. I'm thinking about how I can get better. I'm reading, I'm doing different things. And that's just the thing, is you have to be obsessive about it. And so to get sponsored, know your brand. So those 2 points are basically keep your passion intact. Don't lose sight of the goal. Don't look at a dollar sign at the end of the tunnel and get attracted too much to that dollar sign and forget what got you started. 2 is know your brand. For me, it's just being this obsessive and dedicated guy and committing everything I have to it. And 3, and there could be a lot of points on how you get sponsored, but 3 is just be persistent. Contact everything possible. Contact every business. Contact every, if you're looking for a shoe deal, contact every shoe company. If you're looking for a supplement deal, contact every supplement company. If you're looking for just recovery methods or therapeutic anything, or just general donors, just be persistent. Constantly show them who you are. People want to know who you are before they invest in you. They want to know, what are you about and how do you go about it? And that's basically a short, quick version of how you get sponsored. The 6th and final question is, where are you going in Ireland? So on Wednesday, July 12th, I'm flying out of Minneapolis, and I'm flying direct flight to Boston. And then from Boston, I am flying to Iceland, and I have like a 2-hour layover in Iceland, and then I'm flying into Dublin. While I'm over there in Ireland, I am running a meet outside of Dublin on July 15th, and then I travel down to Cork and run a meet in Cork on July 18th. So, and then when I come back, I fly out of Cork into Chicago, and then from Chicago to Minneapolis. And so basically I'll be in Dublin and Cork, to answer your question. Well, thank you guys for watching. If you have any other questions, please leave a comment. Don't forget to like, subscribe. By the time you watch this video, the 4th will be over, so I hope everyone had a safe and fun 4th of July. And stay tuned for more daily vlogs always as we lead up to Ireland. We are 11 days out.